Alright, let's go through some more of the CD collection. We're about halfway through. So we're coming down the home stretch. Let's go through a couple more boxes here. Starting off with MC Lyte. One of the best to ever do it. Maybe the best female rapper. I mean, who would you put up above MC Lyte? This is her first CD, I think. Got Cha 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 on it. Cappuccino. There's another one on here. Slave to the Rhythm might be the one. Anyway, she was awesome. She was one of the early rappers, but also one of the best to ever do it. I think I had another Don McLean Greatest Hits in the last video I did, so I won't focus too much on that. Other than Castles in the Air. If you haven't listened to that lately, you need to go listen to it. I got some Mellencamp. I got a few of his albums. This was not one of my favorites by him, but I bet it's got some good songs on it. And I might have just got this because it's like a used CD store or something. Let's see. Yeah, it's got Authority song. Love that song. Love that song. And let's see. Crumbling Down's good. But Scarecrow, if you don't remember. Incredible album by him. Lots of working class stuff, songs, content. Scarecrow's a great song. Grandma's Theme's a good song. Lonely Old Night. Between a Laugh and a Tear. If that one doesn't ring a bell for you, go find that one and listen to it. Between a Laugh and a Tear. And yeah, Rockin' the USA. This is an incredible album. There's tons of good albums coming out in, what was this, 85? Yeah, 84, 85. This was his follow-up. Just as good. Got some incredible songs on this one. This is the one where it's got Cherry Bomb and Check It Out, or probably the highlights from this one, but it's got some other good ones on here. So yeah, he was at his peak in the 80s, as a lot of artists were. Then I got Greatest Hits by him. I don't know if it has any that I don't already have on those other albums. Need a Lover's a good song. Alright, let's keep it rolling. What we got here? This is Men at Work, covered up by the label. They had more good songs than you might remember. Looking at B now, because we all think of Down Under. Overkill is a good song, if you don't remember that one. Yeah, and I'm not super familiar with their catalog, but they have a few more good songs that we might not think of when we think of Men at Work. You know I had some 10,000 Maniacs, so you know I also gotta have some Tiger Lily, Natalie Merchant. What an incredible and probably unappreciated or somewhat unappreciated artist, because she brought depth and meaning to some of her songs. Just trying to see if Jealousy's a good song here. Yeah, I think there's some other good ones on here that I just don't know the song titles of. Come on, folks. You gotta have some Miami Vice soundtracks. Unfortunately, this is the second one. The first one's the one that's got a lot of the good Jan Hammer stuff on it. But this is still good. This is still a great snapshot. Let's see what's on this one. And that's weird that they don't have the artists' names. think Mercy is that Peter Gabriel song. Take Me Home's that Phil Collins. Crockett's Theme, that's one of the Jan Hammer deals. Yeah, so this is fun. You know, you gotta have some Miami Vice in your catalog. I was never a huge George Michael, but like I mentioned in other videos, since they stopped making music basically in the 90s, there's nothing that you could even listen to anymore. I had to go back and get some stuff that I wouldn't necessarily have bought back at the time, but it's like, okay, there's unlistenable music now, so let's go back and listen to some George Michael. Father Figure is a great song. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me with Elton John. I wonder if this one has the one he did with Aretha. Yeah, I Knew You Were Waiting for Me. It's an incredible, inspirational song. And a bunch of other good ones. So, yeah, George Michael, very respectable. Took a lot of pride in his craft. And probably is thought of as more of a pop star, but he took a lot of pride in what he did. Gotta have some Millsap. I haven't cracked the cellophane on this one yet, but come on, he had a ton of good songs. Smoky Mountain Rain. Yeah, Lost in the 50s. There's a bunch of good songs on here, so you gotta have some Millsap in your collection. Do you guys remember Mint Condition? Please tell me you do. Please tell me you never heard of Mint Condition. This is their best album, their first album. I think this is their second one. Their first album was pretty good. This is an amazing album, and it shows the musicality. I mean, obviously the guy can sing, but there's a ton of musicality, tons of instruments used. They got steel drums on here. They got everything on here. It's a shame. I think they kind of broke up, like their keyboardist left or something after this one. And they weren't quite the same after that, but yeah, incredible R&B from the 90s. I really dig Joni Mitchell, one of the great songwriters. So Canada has produced some great songwriters, Gordon Lightfoot, Neil Young, Joni Mitchell, one of the great songwriters, male or female. So I got this one's Clouds, and again, I don't know enough about her catalog to be able to rail off a lot of the good songs here. Obviously Chelsea Morning, but I got to know a couple others by her. I'll go a little further into some of the songs I like by her. Alright, we're going through these. We're not in a hurry. Give me a second to reshuffle. Yes, another Joni Mitchell. This is Court and Spark. What a great name. I think this is one of hers from a little bit later. Yeah, this one's got Help Me and A Free Man in Paris. Two great songs. But yeah, this, if you're not a huge Joni Mitchell fan, you should get this one. Because this one's got all her good songs on it. You know, unless you're a deep cut Joni Mitchell fan and you're like, you got to have all her albums. This has got all her good stuff on it. Woodstock, did you know she wrote that song that Crosby, Stills, and Nash made famous? California is a great song. All these are great. You Turn Me On, I'm a Radio is a great song. Help Me, Free Man in Paris, already talked about those. These songs from later in her career have tons of depth, which is no surprise from Joni. The Unchained Melody one, and then I think it's Come In From the Cold. But yeah, a couple of these towards the end are a little bit later in her career, and really good songs. I got some Monkeys. It was cheap. It was at the drugstore or something. I was like, why not? They got some fun, catchy tunes. So I got some Monkeys in my collection, folks. And this is a greatest hits, but it's a pretty great greatest hits. So I've always kind of dug the Moody Blues, but this has got like their older stuff and their 80s stuff. If you remember their 80s stuff, I dug their 80s stuff. Like Your Wildest Dreams is one of those. And then it's got some of their old songs like Nights of White Satin. So this is a greatest hits, but it's got a good bunch of hits on it, a bunch of songs. Come on, folks. This is a great album. This is a great album, one of the great albums in rock history. And one of those albums that I think I've mentioned where every song on here is great. So we know of probably 4 or 5 of these being radio hits, but there's just as many other good songs on here that you may not have heard. Like this first song, All I Really Want, is really good. But yeah, Jagged Little Pill, come on. That's one of the great albums. This was her next album. Not that great, unfortunately. Couple good songs on here, but nothing like what she had in Jagged Little Pill. And sorry, that's my hot take, but it is what it is, man. We got some Aaron Neville. Incredible singer, incredible artist. So I had to get some Aaron Neville in here. Yeah, what a great voice. I do want to talk about this one, because if you're taking notes out there, this is how you make a greatest hits CD. So again, I'm not a huge New Edition fan where I'm going to go get a bunch of New Edition albums, but this has all their good stuff plus a bunch of good solo stuff. Bobby Brown, Johnny Gill, Ralph Tresvant. So this is an incredible collection that everybody should have. And yes, everybody should have physical media. Everybody should have CDs or albums or whatever. So this has got all the great New Edition songs, you know, Telephone Man, Cool It Now, all those good ones. But it's got, you know, when Bobby went out and did My Prerogative, Don't Be Cruel, Every Little Step, come on now. It's got Belle Biv DeVoe, Poison. It's got Johnny Gill, My. So this is a great greatest hits, because it's got all the good stuff from New Edition and a bunch of good stuff from their solo careers also. And what a good transition from New Edition to one of the great soundtracks of the 90s. Yeah, I mean, one of the great movies, but also one of the great soundtracks. So you got New Jack Hustler by Ice-T, Don't Wake Me, I'm Dreaming, Christopher Williams. Every song on here is great. It's got the Queen Latifah song on here, I think. Johnny Gill song on here. Yeah, you got to have this in your collection. All right, where are my Grand Theft Auto San Andreas fans out? We got Playing with the Queen of Hearts right here, Juice Newton. And once again, I accidentally bought 2 because they were probably like $3 or something, and I didn't realize I already had it. But yeah, we love Juice Newton from the 70s and 80s. Angel of the Morning, Queen of Hearts. Love's Been a Little Bit Hard on Me. That's a great song if you haven't listened to that lately. So yeah, you got to have some Juice Newton in your collection. And we go from one great female singer to another, Stevie Nicks. So yeah, you got some Fleetwood Mac, but you got to have some Stevie Nicks solo stuff, because she was the diva and she did some great solo stuff. Check out this first song, Sometimes It's a Bitch. I don't remember that one. But yeah, this is some of her solo stuff. Heck yeah, I got some Night Ranger in my collection. Why don't you? Why don't you have some Night Ranger? Sister Christian. That's not even their best song, though. Are they the ones that have... I think got Secret of My Success now. That's a great song from the 80s. Great song. Yeah, some of these I just don't know the titles. But yeah, this is this is a good album. Night Ranger Greatest Hits. Alright, we're cooking now. We're only halfway through this box. We got 2 boxes to go through. I got this one. It's got some cool like Bob Dylan songs on it. Yeah, it's got some Bob Dylan stuff on it. I think it's got some stuff from the musical score from this movie. It's got a Mac Davis, Kim Carnes, Betty Davis eyes. So good movie, but also a good soundtrack. Come on. Want to Be Your Lover Boy. Billy Ocean. Somewhat unappreciated, man. He had more good songs in the 80s than you might remember. When the Going Gets Tough. If you guys haven't seen that music video lately, go watch that music video for When Going Gets Tough. It's so fun. Because it was from one of those Romancing the Stone soundtrack deals. And they got the actors out there. Looks like at a live show. It's super fun. Loverboy, I love that song. Weird video though. Get Out of My Dream, Into My Car. Come on. And then of course the ones we know. Caribbean Queen, etc. Alright, we gotta pause, man. We gotta pause and appreciate for a minute here, folks. What happened to courageous artists? What happened to truth tellers? What happened to people who would lay it on the line? Here's one of them. And both of these albums are great. This was her first one, The Lion and the Cobra. And then, of course, her second one was where she really broke out. Let's talk about some of these because we got to appreciate Sinead. Mandinka, what a great song. But there's a bunch of good songs on here. So yeah, this is a good album by her, and then obviously this one's one of those where it's got every song on here is good. No skips on this one. I think it's the title track. I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got. It's like pure a cappella. It's a trip, man. You gotta listen to that one. Black Boys on Mopeds. These are dangerous days. To tell the truth is to dig your own grave. She knew that. She lived it. So respect to Sinead forever. Got some Patton Oswalt comedy. This dude's a really great, or at least he used to be. I don't know. I think everybody's brain melted in like 2016 on both sides. But this guy's a great stand-up comic. Patton Oswalt. He's the dude from King of Queens. But he's an incredibly clever stand-up comic. So I got one of these, one of his stand-up albums. When I just saw one of the Slob Avatar. That sounds funny. But anyway, you got to have some comedy in your collection, folks. Keep things light. Keep things laughable. Robert Palmer. Come on now. Anybody who remembers Robert Palmer, and I don't know a ton about him, but obviously we remember like Simply Irresistible and all those songs. Go back and listen to Robert Palmer's Every Kind of People. That first track on here, to me, I think that's heart and soul of Robert Palmer. So go check that song out, Every Kind of People. I'm giving you guys gems as usual. I'm giving you guys deep cuts. Come on. Great songwriter, great person. Dolly. So I got some Dolly in my collection. Let's see some of the good ones on here. They're all going to be good, but let's see some of the highlights. Jolene, that's not my cup of tea. I Will Always Love You. Here You Come Again, probably my favorite song by Dolly. So great, so early 80s, beautiful song. So much heart, much like Dolly herself. Starting over again. I think that's a good one. 9 to 5's on. Yeah, 9 to 5's on here. Come on now. Yeah, so I got some Dolly in my collection. All right. We're always self-assessing here, folks. We're always being reflective and honest. So we're going to talk about grunge. We're going to talk about grunge. In hindsight, I was a huge Pearl Jam fan in the 90s and the 2000s. Still think they're an incredible rock group because the guitarists are incredible. But in hindsight, grunge was a blight on humanity. And Pearl Jam was part of it. I can't stand back and say, oh, Pearl Jam, they were sort of grunge. They were grunge because he's singing all this angst stuff. You know, Jeremy's punching somebody in class again. He's doing a lot of angst stuff. But they do go deeper than that, especially in some of their later albums. So overall, I don't know if I regret my love of Pearl Jam, because they do have some good songs in some of their later albums, and even in their earlier albums. But they rock. I mean, at least they rock. So at the very least, you could put one of these on in the car, slam the gas pedal down, and rock out. This is one of my favorite albums by them. I think it's called No Code. It's got some good songs on it. Unfortunately, Pearl Jam is one of those artists that they give all these weird esoteric names to their songs. So it's going to be hard to remember what song is good because they give them such weird names like Red Mosquito. Who knows what that is? But Hail Hail is a good song by them. There's some good songs on this one. In My Tree is one that I really like. In My Tree by Pearl Jam. If you haven't listened to that one in a while, go listen to it. Make a list, folks. I'm giving you gems to listen to. This one's a pretty good album, but this to me was their best album. They got to be weird, so they call this like the Avocado album. It's basically the self-titled album they put out. But it's great from top to bottom, in my opinion. But again, look at these weird titles they give the songs. Big Wave, Severed Hand. I don't know what these titles are, but I know the songs on here are great. Inside Job's a great song. So again, I'm not just throwing these song titles out there. Go listen to Inside Job by Pearl Jam. And I think one of the guitarist dudes wrote that one. Incredible song. But I don't take back what I said about grunge. And Pearl Jam was definitely a part of that. So that's a good segue. That's a good segue, folks. From grunge, which was, possibly a CIA psyop, to the real deal. To the reason why the CIA had to come in and destroy music in the 90s, because we were putting stuff like this out there, and it was going to wake people up, and it was going to mobilize people. So Paris, The Devil Made Me Do It. If you think you're a rap fan, if you never heard of this, you ain't a rap fan, bro. You ain't never heard of rap. You never heard of Paris, The Devil Made Me Do It. So this was an incredible artist in the 1991, 1992. This was his first album. Magnum opus, great from top to bottom. If you don't want to take my word for it, go listen to The Devil Made Me Do It, and then go listen to Scarface Groove. But yeah, this whole album is great. This is why they had to shut rap down, because people like this, people like Arrested Development, people like Brand Nubian, they were raising up our consciousness, and they couldn't have that, so they had to turn it into trash gangster rap. This is hard-edged stuff, but it ain't gangster rap. He's not talking about shooting people. He's talking about educating your mind. And yeah, incredible album by an incredible artist. I know he's put out some more albums, but you know, I think it's going to be hard to top that one. This is a funny Tom Petty album. A lot of people hate this album. For me, I think it's a good album because it's just got, it is like mid-80s. So it's got a very mid-80s sound to it. But it's got some great songs on here. I love Jammin' Me. Runaway Trains, I don't care what you say. That's a great Tom Petty song. It'll All Work Out. It's a good song in my opinion. My Life, Your World is a great song in my opinion. Think About Me is good. All Mixed Up. So yeah, I'm naming some good songs here. Let Me Up, I've Had Enough is a fun song. How Many More Days is a good song. So even if you say this album sucks, you're going to have to give credit to How Many More Days and Runaway Trains. Go listen to either one of those. Probably How Many More Days, but either one of those. Runaway Train is great too. I got The Wall. You know, it's a cliche, but I got it. Is this the one? Yeah, Comfortably Numb. Well, I mean, you know, all-time great rock song. And yeah, technically this is, what's the other guy's name? The moron guitar player guy. Because Roger Waters was the real deal. And then the moron guitar player made this album and called himself Pink Floyd. Somehow legally. But it is a great album. I got to give credit where it's due. I love this album when I was a teenager and I still love it. Pretty much every song on here is great. So, yeah, I can't remember his name right now. The moron guitar player guy is a good enough name for him. But this is a great album. With every song on here is good. So we've heard like Learning to Fly. But, yeah, Dogs of War, On the Turning Away. It's a great album. So I dig this one. This Momentary Lapse. Oh, Momentary Lapse of Reason is a great song. So it's a good album. Got to give the devil his due. Come on, folks. So I talked about grunge. Before grunge, we had real rock and roll. And I wasn't even a heavy metal, hair metal guy. But now looking back, I'm like, oh, wait, that stuff was good. And particularly compared to what came after it. So, yeah, I went back and got some Poison. And you can guarantee every song on here is good. And these guys rocked. And these guys could play their butts off. So, yeah, Unscanny Bop. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Yeah, there's a bunch of other good ones on here. I don't know all the song titles because I was never a huge Poison fan. But I decided, you know what? Got to go back and get some good music that rocks. That just rocks. Police. I don't know about the Police. I do like Sting. But yeah, Police is fine. It's just not something I want to just sit down and listen to. But I got one album of theirs. And this one does have a lot of good hits on it. The Synchronicity album. Alright, folks. Hope you're having fun. We're having fun. We're keeping it light. We're not being too serious here. We're just having fun. Looks like I mixed up some stuff there. Let's keep rolling here. We're into the R's, so we're I don't know why Rush. This must have got slid over. Alright. Yeah, my stuff gets mixed up sometimes. I thought we were in the R's. We're actually in the P's here. Alright. Talked about some of the ladies like Natalie Merchant. I think Chrissie Hynde probably doesn't get as much credit for being a trailblazer, a rocker, a badass, all the adjectives you can add. She's awesome. So I know this is the Pretenders. I think she was kind of the glue that held it all together. Sorry to the other guys in the band. But yeah, so I got some Pretenders, greatest hits. Couple songs I love by them. You guys ever seen that movie Breathless? There's a song in here that was in that movie. Back on the Chain Gang's a great song. Bear with me. I'm trying to find the one. Because anyway, there's some great songs with some great lyrics on here. I can't find the one I wanted to reference here. 2,000 Miles is a great song. And she even threw a I Got You Babe in here. But yeah, Chrissie Hynde, The Pretenders, come on. What a trailblazer. You gotta have Purple Rain in your collection. If nothing else, just for the Purple Rain song. Because I think even when they play it on the radio, they don't play the whole song. Because it's like 8 minutes long. And we've heard all the other good ones. Let's Go Crazy. Darling Nikki's a fun song. Computer Blues a fun song. This whole album's great. But yeah, Purple Rain, magnum opus. And I don't know, like in the movie, if Wendy or what's her name wrote the guitar lick for that. But what an incredible song. All right, folks. I grew up in the country. They didn't play a lot of the new wave on the radio, so I missed out, man. And I really regret missing out on like the Psychedelic Furs and the Smiths and all those, because I didn't have MTV and I didn't have a radio station that played it. But man, you go back and listen to this album, great from top to bottom. And I love the Psychedelic Furs. A couple of my favorites off of here. There's a lot. Heaven's a great song to me. And Love My Way's great. I mean, they're all great. The Ghost in You. Those are probably a couple of my favorites. Heaven, The Ghost in You. But these are all great. So Psychedelic Furs, greatest hits. And I just got two by it, because I forgot I had one of them or whatever. I got some PE in my collection. I got mixed feelings on PE now, but you can't take away what they did for rap. They were the real deal. So again, this is why they had to shut rap down and switch it over to guys talking about stupid stuff and gals talking about stupid stuff, because PE was talking about police brutality, etc. So this is probably this or their first album, probably their best albums. Their first album was Takes a Nation of Millions, I think. And then this one. Those are the best two albums by Public Enemy. And then don't forget about Terminator X, Valley of the Jeep Beats. If you know, you know. Once again, you ain't a rap fan if you don't know about Valley of the Jeep Beats. We got some Rafferty. I hate to say it, folks, and this is just all my opinion, so it's all good. If you like something different, if you like something better, it's all good. We love music here. I hate to say it, only two good songs on this whole album. Much as I love Jerry Rafferty, seems like a super earnest person. Baker Street, magnum opus, and Right Down the Line. And then you listen to like 14 more tracks, and you're like, holy crap, did I just spend money for... But, those two songs alone are awesome. I'm not a huge enough REM fan to know all their albums and, have a favorite album, etc., etc. But, man, they seem like they have a ton of great albums. So, it's almost like you could buy any REM album, and it's going to be good. And that's kind of what I did with this one. I think this is one of their early ones. Yeah, it's got Radio Free Europe, so we're already cooking right off the bat. The one I'd like to have that I don't have is the, what is it? It's the one about the train conductor. I wish I had that one, but I don't think it's on this album. But yeah, this is a great album by them. And you guys know REM, and they got all the hits on the radio, so... I think Crush is the Orange Crush one, I think. What's the Frequency? Kenneth. There's a great song story behind that, too, if you don't know about it. Just Google, I think it was Dan Rather or some weird jerk. But yeah, great song anyway. But yeah, I don't know all the song titles, but this is a great album. And then this is one of my favorite albums by them, just because at the time I got it and it really spoke to me. Oh no, this isn't the one, but yeah, this is a great album too. Once again, pretty much top to bottom, great. Drive is a great song. I think Sweetness Follows is an awesome song. I'm sorry, I don't know all. Night Swimming is a great song. Yeah, I mean, REM, so many good albums. Pretty amazing. This is the one I was mentioning. I just bought this when it first came out, and it really hit me. So this one's always been a favorite of mine, of theirs. And let me see if I can call out a song title or two for you guys. How West's one is fun. I think Undertow is one of the good ones, but again, I think they do the funky song titles too. Anyway, if you're an REM fan, you won't be disappointed by this album, I don't think. Alright, you know we had to get to some Robbie Robertson eventually. Any real music fan's gonna have some Robbie Robertson in their collection. And he put out two magnum opus albums, self-titled, and this one's got a great title, Storyville. So you should have both of these albums. And I'll just call out some of my favorite. I mean, obviously Somewhere Down the Crazy River, Fallen Angel. What a song. What an incredible song. Again, don't click off my video. Maybe pause it, open another browser tab. But you got to go listen to Fallen Angel by Robbie Robertson. He says, I don't believe it was all for nothing. Yeah, all these are good. I mean, I could call out every one of these, but I'm just trying to call out the ones that are really outstanding. Showdown in Big Sky, I love that song. Broken Arrow is a great song. Sweet Fire of Love's a good song. I mean, this album is incredible. Yeah, Broken Arrow. And so Broken Arrow and Fallen Angel, you should really listen to both of those. I'm not kidding. And then Storyville, same story. I mean, you could, top to bottom, what an incredible album. We ain't got no track listings. What are we doing to us here? Night Parade's a great song. Hold Back the Dawn. That's a love song right there, folks. Hold Back the Dawn. Soapbox Preacher's fun. What About Now is a great song with our guy Aaron Neville. What About Now? Night Parade's a great song. I don't know if I mentioned that one or not. But yeah, I mean, two amazing albums. Not a single song on there that you want to skip on either of those albums. Come on, folks. We got Kenny. You know what I did here? I think I got this one. I was like, man, that's not enough songs. Kenny Rogers had a ton of great songs. So I think I got this one because, yeah, this one's got a few more tracks on it. So yeah, you know, if you grew up in the 70s and you don't like Kenny Rogers, like, you got to have your head examined. We got Lucille, Lady. We've got Tonight. With our girl Sheena Easton. Come on now. She Believes in Me. What a great song. Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer with Kim Carnes. I mean, come on, folks. This is one hit after another right here. Through the Years. You Decorated My Life. Coward of the County. I mean, come on, folks. It don't get no better than Kenny. We got some Rolling Stones. Maybe these guys are demonic. I don't know. But they put some good music out. And I got this one mainly because, I mean, it's probably all good. But there was one song in particular that I wanted. I think. Time Waits for No One. I love that song. I love the message in it. Time Waits for No One. I mean, there's just a deep truth to that. So 6.5 minute song. Put it on. Listen to it. Ingest it. Put it into your head. Time Waits for No One, folks. And this is a great album from top to bottom. Goat's Head Soup. Yeah, Do Heartbreaker, Angie. So yeah, Goat's Head Soup. I think this is Goat's Head Soup. Yeah, good album. Let's see why I got this one. Is this Greatest Hits? What is this? Emotion. Oh yeah, I got the heck yeah, folks. Come on, this is when they went disco, and I loved it. Emotional Rescue. What a great song. So go listen to that one. And there's some other good songs on here too. So I got this one mainly for the disco, the Emotional Rescue, etc. And then we got the greatest hits. This is fun because it's got their early stuff. Like it's 2 discs, and the first one is their early stuff. I really dig their early stuff. Time Is on My Side. Get Off My Cloud. Mother's Little Helper. Yeah, Under My Thumb. So I dig their early stuff. I mean, I dig a lot of their stuff. Alright, folks, we're getting there. Hopefully you're having fun. We ain't in no rush, man. You could pause it. You could come back, watch it later. You could go listen to some of those Robbie Robertson songs I mentioned to you. You could go listen to Black Boys on Moped by Sinead O'Connor. See what a real truth teller does. And then you can come back and finish watching my video. We got some rush. You know you got to have some rush. Yeah, I don't know. I probably don't have enough rush. Probably need to have more. You guys know about Leon Russell? If you don't, you should probably check this album out. Great album. Weird, different, unique, great. Tightrope's a great song. Oh, I mean, this whole album's great. Out in the Woods is fun. Made and Baby Jane. Manhattan Island Serenade. You could almost put on any one of these and be like, okay, this is fun. Magic Mirror is probably the one you want to listen to, though, if you're not familiar with them. So if you're not familiar with Leon Russell, check out Magic Mirror. Come on now. Come on now, folks. Do I even need to say anymore? Sade. Come on, that's our girl right there. So this is her greatest hits. And it is another one of these where it's like top to bottom great, but I'll call out some of the ones I like. Obviously, Kiss of Life is an incredible song. Isn't that what it's called? These darn things are so small and hard to read. Love is Stronger Than Pride's good if you haven't heard that one. No Ordinary Love. Kiss of Life, yeah, what a song. So Sade, what an incredible, unique, special person. Man, if you're a music fan, you automatically buy this on day one. You're like, okay, I'm officially a music fan now, because I mean, come on, folks. I'll call out some highlights. We know all the hits from this. How Deep Is Your Love? What an incredible, incredible song. More Than a Woman. If I Can't Have You by our girl Yvonne Elliman. Come on, we love her, and we love that song. This Fifth of Beethoven's a fun song. Here's the one. You guys know More Than a Woman. Check out the version by Tavares. It's in the movie, but just great to hear a different version, and it's on here. Anyway, I mean, Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, you gotta have this. Disco Inferno, come on. I'm a decent Seal fan. I just grabbed this one because it's got Crazy on it, and we all gotta have that in our collection, because we're never gonna survive if we don't get a little crazy. This, however, is a great album. I guess it's called Seal 4. It's a great album top to bottom. So I'll just call out some of the great songs, but again, every one of these songs is good. Love's Divine. Love's Divine's a great song. I think Touch is the one. Yeah, Touch. So if you, again, you guys, I'm serious, you need to go listen to some of these songs. Go listen to Touch by Seal. Here's another good one on here. Tinseltown's really good. But Touch is the real deal, man. I dig Seals and Cross. I don't love them, but I dig them. My middle name is Dash, so I gotta have some Seals and Cross in my collection. Nothing like, I'm not a huge fan, but yeah, I dig the guys. Alright, folks. I'm giving you all kinds of gems, all kinds of deep cuts, all kinds of shallow, narrow cuts, in between cuts. I'm giving you everything you need right here. Come on, Bob Seger. I think I got this for one particular song because I got 2 or 3 Bob Segers, and I'll talk about them. Still the Same. What a song. That might be why I got this one. Still the Same, one of my favorite Bob Seger songs. Old Time Rock and Roll might be why I got this one. But this, Against the Wind, obviously, you got to have this in your collection. And I'll tell you why. Because we all know Against the Wind, all right? But You'll Accompany Me, incredible song, incredible love song. Fire Lake, come on, folks. Fire Lake, what is it about? Is it about the afterlife? Is it about mortality? Is it about heaven? I think Fire Lake is heaven. But you can interpret it how you want, but you got to go listen to Fire Lake. What a songwriter. Our boy from Detroit. Okay, looks like I got, because this is a greatest hits, looks like I got another one. Probably because it was like at some used CD store, and I was like, why not? Roll Me Away. Yeah, I'll talk about some of these on the next one because he's got a bunch of great songs I like that I haven't even talked about yet. Roll Me Away is one of them. What a song by our guy Bob. Turn the page. You'll Accompany Me. I already talked about that one. Still the Same. Probably my favorite song by him. Yeah. Fire Lake. Still the Same. It's a toss-up. One or the other of those is my favorite. Got this mostly because I love that song, Coming Around Again. It's kind of a yuppie 80s, but it's also great. It's just a great song about reality, about the human condition. So I love that song by her, Coming Around Again. And I can't vouch for the rest of this album, unfortunately. I cannot vouch, but maybe I could if I listened to it. I probably need more Simon and Garfunkel in my collection. I don't know why I don't have more, but they put together a string of like 4 or 5 albums. Every one of them was great, so this is just one of those. April Come She Will. There you go. I just gave y'all another deep cut. And again, Simon and Garfunkel fans know that song, but casual people probably don't. Go listen to April Come She Will by S&G. And there's other good songs on here too. And then I got a best of. The Boxer was one of my favorites when I was younger. Alright, just a couple more to go here, folks, but we got a couple more tangents to go on. So if you like Simon Garfunkel, you also got to like Simon, just Simon by himself. So yeah, I got those greatest hits. I haven't listened to this a lot, so I probably need to pop this in pretty soon. But here's a great album. Come on, folks. Another great album from top to bottom. Boy in the Bubble. Go listen to that. We know Graceland. We know I Know What I Know. We know all these. This is a great album from top to bottom. But the one I would listen to is Crazy Love. Go listen to Crazy Love by Paul Simon. Love that song. Love that song. I'm giving you guys so much information here. You guys should have it. I should have told you to pull out your notepad, your pen and paper before I started this video. I got some Simple Minds, mainly because, and I really dig Simple Minds, but this album's not that great. But I really like Alive and Kicking, because everybody knows the song from The Breakfast Club. But Alive and Kicking to me is sort of the heart and soul of Simple Minds, because it's got kind of a, it's got the black females on the backup singing, and it's got a deeper message to it. So Alive and Kicking Really love that song, and that's mainly why I got this. And I was hoping it had more good stuff on it, but it wasn't that great. Come on, folks. If you know about MC Lyte, you got to know about Slick Rick. And this is his best album. The album he put out right after this is also great. But come on, this is perfection, man. We got to treat him like a prostitute. We got the Rulers Back. The Children's Story. But we got Teenage Love in here. Come on now. Come on now. Everybody knows The Children's Story. Everybody knows Lottie Dottie. But you got to know Teenage Love by Slick Rick. Indian Girl. He's having fun, man. What an incredible rapper. Alright. And we got some Smashing Pumpkins. And my dude, what's his name? The guy, Billy Corrigan. He came out just recently, verified what I've been saying for years. The CIA, they brought grunge out. They killed rock and roll. He knows what he's talking about. I know what I'm talking about. So this is a pretty great album. It's got some songs on it that I really dig. I like that one where it's like Believe. I don't know what it's called, but I love that one. So I'm not a huge Pumpkins fan, but yeah, I got some Pumpkins in my collection. All right, and last but not least, let's go deep cut, folks. I mean, I can't even, let's put it this way, I guess. This is a box set. But if you're any kind of Springsteen fan, and I know he's lost his marbles, but everybody has, haven't they? But if you're a Springsteen fan, this 4-disc track set, it's got some incredible stuff on it, and particularly discs 3 and 4. It's got a bunch of like unreleased stuff. So discs 3 and 4 are absolutely insanely good. My Love Will Not Let You Down is a good song. This Hard Land. So again, pull out your pencil and paper, and sometime today, go listen to Springsteen, This Hard Land. I'm just going to call out some of the good ones because this whole disc is great. Rock Away the Days is great. Brothers Under the Bridges is great. Man at the Top is a great universal truth kind of song. The Wish. I think The Wish is good. The Honeymooners is good. But that ain't all, man. Disc 4, again, top to bottom. I think disc 3 is mostly like his Born in the USA, like unused, that era. And then this is more like his early 90s, but this is an incredible disc also. Gave It a Name is a great song. Sad Eyes is a great song. But one of my favorites, and another one you should go listen to, and I'm not joking about these recommendations, go listen to My Lover Man by Springsteen. Loose Change is great. Trouble in Paradise is great. Brothers Under the Bridge. Did I already talk about that one? Yeah, it looks like it's 2 different versions or something. So anyway, this Bruce Springsteen tracks, they made like a short version of like just 1 disc, but the 4-disc collection, disc 3 and disc 4, just incredible, incredible. And that's all I got for you in this one, folks, but we're only about 2/3 of the way through the collection, so come back for more, and thanks for watching.